This episode of Division 13 is written and performed by Crosshair. Thank you for listening. Episode 4, The Court.
Codex Entry 43-114. The Crimson Court, the Vampiric Order. Origins: pre-human predators. Before humanity, when the Earth's crust still steamed with fractures, the first vampires crawled through the veil itself. They weren't born, they were condensed, coagulations of ether that needed vessels to stabilize. Why blood? Blood carries ether like a current. Drinking it lets them leach resonance into their own hollow bodies. Immortality. They don't age, because they were never alive in the human sense. They're parasitic constants, immune to time's erosion unless starved or destroyed. History with humanity. First myths. Earliest humans stumbled into their feeding grounds. Cave paintings, 20,000 BCE, show tall, hollow-eyed figures drinking red from prey. Civilizations. Egypt's Sikkim priests bargained with them. Birth of Osiris myths. Mesopotamian Lamassu carvings hide vampire glyphs. Greece called them Lamia. Dark Ages. The Crimson Court coalesced into a society beneath Europe when humans grew numerous enough to farm. They cultivated aristocracy myths to disguise themselves. Society. The Crimson Throne. One firstborn still rules, older than the pyramids, known only as the Hollow Regent. The eldest houses, each tied to a fracture they crawled from. Examples: House Nyx, birthed under Mediterranean seabed, control dreams. House Vera, birthed in Black Forest, shapeshifters of shadow. House Chem, desert-born, taste memory in blood. Laws, the covenant of silence, never reveal themselves openly, lest the veil thin further. The tithe, every century, each house must offer 1,000 lives to the regent. This concludes this codex entry. For more information on vampires and other beasts, consult your standard-issued bestiary.
Statement of Confidential Informant, Designation V-113, November 2nd, 2022. Subject: Current state of the court and the new prince.
You ask why I speak. You think I chose this? No. Your division bound me. You wrote names in salt and ash, drove sigils into my marrow. Every word I give you is because the spell burns if I do not. You call it a leash. I call it chains carved into my blood. So listen carefully, because even with your leash, I would rather stay silent than tell you this. 20 years ago, a storm uncovered a tomb in an empty desert. You called it the Ashvale Exhumation. We called it the throne of the seventh king. Mortals opened what should have stayed sealed. A dig team, an archaeologist, and 2 journalists. The names do not matter, except for one. Gabriel Navarro. He bled where stone was sharpest. The blood woke the king of blood. His corpse was dust, his voice a whisper, but his bite was still a command. Navarro drank it in, and the king did not die. His voice lives. It lives on in the air. Navarro survived where others went mad. He rose in the court. My court would not stop him. First blood cannot be undone, not by fire, not by silver, and not by the regent's hand. And now Navarro sits second in line to the Crimson Throne. The princes all smile in their council, but plot in the shadows. But their fear is all the same, because when he speaks, it is the king's voice they hear. You want to know the truth. He is not your enemy first. He is ours. He bathes in the blood of his own kind, and shows no mercy to any who stand against him. Your leash keeps me from lying, so hear me well. If Navarro learns you are watching him, there is no spell strong enough to save you.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, consider subscribing and hitting the like button. Stay cool, stay kind, and I'll see you next time.